Hello guys and welcome back. So let's try to add some detail to maybe this middle part, give it some more cool variations. Maybe give it some like smaller panels on it, maybe some beveling, some circular or even gradient kind of like shape ramps on it. Okay. To start with, I want to visualize this better, so let me go ahead and give it a color. It's just a uniform color here. And drag that over to the base color, and I can go for grayscale and make it a little bit brighter. And then I can also Control C, Control V to copy paste and use that to control the roughness. And then metallic, maybe a little bit higher metallic. Okay, lesser roughness. All right, now we have the hat. Let me Control C, Control V to copy paste the hat and rename this new guy. Oh, they're the same. Interesting. So I'm going to change this guy to AO and AO for the label, and the usage will be of course for AO. You can either just right click and then view output in 3D, or you can right click holding down right mouse button, drag this guy over to the viewport and choose AO. Okay. Now for now the AO is black. Okay, and that's why it's all black. Okay. Now we can start creating shapes. Now I don't really need to worry about the size yet. I kind of wanted to create some structure and then resize it to that corner over there. So what I can do is I can start with something simple like a shape. Okay. All right. And then I can make it a little bit smaller by changing the scale down here. Okay. And then I can create a transform here. Now just to use it to get my head map to a ambient occlusion, so I need an ambient occlusion to there. This is more like a rerod. You can use blend, you can create your own node for rerod. I don't know why they don't have rerod. That's kind of like a very essential thing, but they don't have that. Anyway, I don't even need normal here. I'm just gonna use that normal I'm having. I can just focus on the shape I'm creating here now. So I could, or let me just to be easier, we can use our normal also, depending on you. I'm not really saying like which one is better. So just have something to work with, right? So we have like a little shape here, right? And then I can go ahead and start to transform it. So I'm gonna use transform, right, to maybe shrink it down, holding down Control so that it's based on the middle. Okay. Now I don't really want it to be repeated. So here on the shape, I'm gonna change the tiling mode to absolute no tiling. So that way it's gonna keep tiling whatever the child node is to not tile, because the tiling mode is defaulted to relative to input. All right, cool. So now we have this piece, maybe a little bit smaller here. Okay. And then I'm gonna create another piece to subtract something from it. So that can be a polygon. And this is just using designer to do that. But it can be in Photoshop and do whatever, or ZBrush. It's all up to you. Okay, I'm gonna change the sides to like maybe that much. Okay, and I also you know what, I'm gonna change everything here to not tiling. Okay, so here in the graph settings, if I go to the tiling mode, I'm gonna change it to absolute and no tiling, so that way everyone should be no tiling. Okay, all right, so I'm gonna go for a transform. And then I'm gonna just make it smaller, right, and drag it up. And then I'm gonna do a blend for these two, and the blending method will be a subtraction here, so that I got some piece, cut it out from this guy. I can then drag it down to cut it like a little bit differently. You can change the Y direction ourselves. All right, cool. So that's one little panel, and I kind of wanted to You know what? I want to cut it from the bottom. Okay, so here, something like this. And then I wanted to add another piece on the bottom. So let me go ahead and use this guy. So I'm gonna create a transform. And this guy here, I'm gonna drag it down a little bit and a little bit smaller also. And then I can add something. So maybe this shape here, I can create another transform after that shape. And go down here, and I'm gonna blend these two things together to get another shape. Use add this time. Okay, let me shrink it down. Let me overlap. Okay, cool. That's another piece. And I can add these two together, use blend. Now, one thing I hate about node-based editing is the lines crossing. Okay, if it gets too mercy, you can make it like flat. That feels a little bit better, but still, like, I don't know if there's like an easier way, but it's just get messy really quickly. Anyway, I'm gonna change that to add. Now we have this piece here on the bottom, and I can tweak these guys, so I can have like a little transform over here actually, and that goes to there, and you goes to here. And I can maybe scale it up, see what I can get. Okay, that looks cool. Or not. I'm gonna drag it up here instead. So maybe just the Y direction. Okay, and then just a bunch of lines on the top. So I'm gonna go create another shape node. Okay, now this shape node, I'm gonna make it a little bit smaller also, and I'm gonna go for a transform. And this time though, I do want it to be absolutely, oops, not there, absolutely tiling. So if I just drag it down, I can get a lot of lines. Oops, too much. Maybe a bit wider here. So maybe I can make the scale bigger here. I could use the same shape actually. That's actually all I need to do. Okay, delete that. All right, here I just need to again just tweak it until I got like some square-like shapes, and then another transform. Okay. And this one, I'm gonna make it relative to absolute here for the tiling, and no tiling again. So that way I can just shrink it to make it just to be on the top. And then I can do a blend again to blend that to that. Okay. And that goes to there. And we're gonna add those things together. Okay, just build some shape, right? Nothing particularly fancy here. Just some shapes. And we drag this guy down. All right. Maybe not all the way to the top either. Okay. I can control how much do I want. Maybe lesser. 5. Seems okay to me. Okay. All right. So now we have all the interesting smaller pieces. Let me drag them away. Cool. So that's the basic piece setup of the plate. Okay, we have a lot of detail actually added to this piece, but we can add more, maybe some more like circular shape, ramps, little things here and there. So let's go ahead and do that in the next video.